Hello everyone, welcome to Chasing Adventures. Today we're going to be installing AFE Powers Vulcan series stainless steel catback exhaust system on the 2025 Ram 1500 Rebel. Alright, so as I mentioned on my AFE Power wheel spacer installation video, also AFE is coming out with new parts for the Rebel, like intake, which they're known for, and an exhaust system will soon, so make sure to check them out. It's finally available and it's here. And the intake is also available and it's en route, but I couldn't wait to install the exhaust first. And they also sent me this pedal to metal throttle enhancer for the Ram, which I'll test that out in a separate video. Also, they're working on a pull bar with the placement for multiple lights for the Ram, and they're in the final testing stage. So if that goes well, they'll be sending out a prototype for me to test and share with you guys. And from the pictures that I saw, it's going to be pretty awesome pull bar. And I don't think you need to remove the bumper to install it, because if you saw my bumper light mounting video, you'll know how that turned out. So I have a lot of stuff coming from AFE Power, so I'll break this into a series of videos as well. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification too, so you won't miss when my next video is uploaded. And as you all know, opening up the exhaust flow on any turbo engine will add so much benefit, like improved engine power by allowing greater airflow out of the turbocharger, reduced turbo lag by minimizing the resistance in the exhaust path, enhanced engine health by reducing the engine heat, and improve the overall combustion process with less restricted exhaust system. And this one could be controversial, but could have better fuel efficiency by allowing more efficient airflow. And of course, the added sound is the main reason why people get exhaust. Although you can't really compare the turbo engine sound to the Hemi V8 Rumble, but still. So first, let's unbox it, talk about the spec, install it on the Ram, and let's hear the difference and see if I could tell any performance gain with the exhaust, because it's supposed to add up to 19 horsepower and 30 foot-pound of torque. And upon inspecting the system, AFE Power did not disappoint. It's constructed from 3-inch mandrel bent 304 stainless steel tubing to give maximum airflow without any restriction, and acoustically tuned expansion chamber to produce a deep throat sound. And I see MIG weld here, which is always good to see. And it utilizes the factory hanger, so it should be pretty easy direct bolt on. And it also comes with the necessary hardware to mount the exhaust and a license plate frame. And I got the 5-inch black exhaust tip to give that murdered out look. But a polished tip is also available at a slightly lower cost. And it's currently on sale right now, but if you use my discount code CHAS10, you'll get extra 10% off of your order, so make sure to check out AFE Power. So now that's out of the way, let's go ahead and install it on the truck. So I got the truck on the Rhino Ram for easier installation, but I think you could still do it without it. So first we're going to remove the factory exhaust tip by loosening this clamp with a 13mm. There we go. Got the exhaust tip out. Now we gotta do that to the driver's side as well. So after removing the exhaust tip, if we follow the exhaust all the way down, there's a clamp right up here for the passenger side. So we need to remove that to remove the exhaust tailpipe, this resonator. But okay, maybe it's another Ram thing, but looking at the driver's side, however, there isn't a separation where like it's on the passenger side with the clamp. So this exhaust tailpipe is all in one piece with the exhaust system. So that's gonna be a pain in the butt to take out because it needs to go through this tiny opening and pass through all the wiring here and out through there. So now, I don't understand why they couldn't just add another separation like they did to the passenger side. Is beyond my comprehension, but it is what it is. So let's try to take it out in one piece. But first we need to remove that. Take out the hanger here and remove the tailpipe resonator first. And I believe this nut is 15 mil. Yeah, it's 15 mil. And again, I don't understand why they couldn't have the clamp turned this way, so we have easier access to the bolt instead of being way up here. At this point, I'm just kind of gave up. It is what it is. Okay, got that bolt loosened. And there's only one rubber hanger here, so we just need to take that out and wiggle resonator out. I'm just gonna spray some WD-40 to lube it. I think it's easier to loosen these bolts and take out this whole bracket that's holding the rubber hanger, and then we'll deal with it after I take it out. So that's 13 mil. Okay, I got both of the bolts out. And now we just need to wiggle it out. Come on. There we go. Got the passenger out. Let's try the driver. And to take out the main exhaust, there's also two rubber hangers here, but I think there's a bolt up here that you can remove, so we could take it out with the whole assembly like that. And then what you need to remove these two bolts and a hanger here, and we should be able to remove this exhaust. Now I'm kind of hoping that I could do this without lifting the truck, but if I can't, you know, I have to take it to an exhaust shop to finish this up, but you know, I'll give it a go. Okay, so I got the rubber hanger almost out here, so it's barely holding on, and I was able to get those two 13mm bolts out so I could pull it out with the whole bracket instead of taking out the rubber hanger. And I was able to take out the rubber hanger from the end. And now all we have to do is take out these bolts, and this should come down, and I should be able to twist it around and try to figure out how to remove this. So wish me luck, guys. Okay, got the second one out. All right, here we go. And we need to save this gasket actually. So carefully remove it. Here's the gasket. Put that aside. Woo, it's gonna be fun. There we go. Okay, so I officially gave up. There's not enough leverage for me to bring the exhaust down in order for me to pull it out and twist it and all that. And there's also like important brake lines and some hoses that I don't want to mess up. So I'm just gonna take it to a muffler shop, have this removed, and I'll finish up the rest of the exhaust system. Unless they give me, you know, problem with, oh, you can't drive without exhaust system or whatnot, then I'm just gonna take the exhaust with me anyways, just in case they say that, so they'll have it install it and be done with it. But since I have the exhaust out, let's actually hear the exhaust and see how it sounds without anything. All right, here we go. Oh, sounds mean. That actually sounded pretty good. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna put the rubber hangers on and then take it to a muffler shop and then have this removed. So I'm at Brody's muffler shop, and they're able to remove the muffler in one piece, and they have a lift available right now, so they're going to do that. And as soon as they take that out, we're gonna head back home and finish up the installation. Oh yeah, having two people and having the axle come down like that, that's so much easy. Look at that. Okay. Alright, so I got the exhaust off, and I'm driving the truck with no exhaust right now. And honestly, it's not too bad, but here we go. Yeah, there's at certain loads there is bit of a drone. So hopefully with the AFE exhaust system, there's no droning. We'll find out soon. And yeah, got the exhaust out, heading back home, and all we have to do is install it back, and we should be good. And the installation should be pretty simple because they're in multiple pieces. All we have to do is just put it on and clamp it down. So. Alright, so I have the exhaust installed, and it was pretty much straightforward. You know, you gotta bolt those two, put the rubber hangers on there, and then you gotta make sure the resonator or this pipe is facing inward, and then it becomes a Y. And then connect the two rubber hangers on here, and put the piping. And then the shorter pipe will go through the passenger side, and then the longer piping will go through the driver's side. So we have the passenger side with the 5-inch black tip, which looks freaking amazing. And same thing with the driver's side. Now, since this was all bolt on, it was pretty simple to do. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how she sounds like. Here we go. Give it some gas. Oh wow, yeah, that sounds pretty amazing. And of course it's not you know, the Hemi V8 Rumble, but still, you know, this is much better than factory, and you know, it's opening up the exhaust flow, and yeah, this is great. Freaking love it. And so now I'm gonna drive the truck around for a little bit, and I'm gonna have the comparison video for you guys as well. But you hear that? Blah, 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 blah. have it, and I'm in love. There's no droning at any RPM and made the truck sound more live. You know, I wouldn't say it's screaming loud, but it's enough to notice when you want it to, which is perfect for me. And that brat sound between the gears, I just love it. Also, the power delivery was noticeable without much turbo lag, so I feel like the truck is breathing a lot easier now. So now that we have a better flowing exhaust system, we could add AFE Power Momentum GT cold air intake system, which AFE Power is known for their intake system. And that will allow the truck to breathe more air in, and with conjunction to the exhaust system, we will have way more notable power gains. So I'm very excited for that. So please stay tuned for the next video. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you won't miss when my next video is uploaded. And if this video was helpful, please make sure to hit that like button as well. So big shout out to AFE Power for providing the exhaust system so I could share with you guys and continuously making quality parts for us car lovers since 1999. And again, it's currently on sale, but if you use my discount code CHAS10, you get extra 10% off of the sale price. So make sure to check out AFE Power. So thank you all for tuning in today. And until next time, keep chasing adventures, and I'll see you all on my next video.